a million things had to go wrong for the Niners. Not just that the Cowboys did right, but that the Niners did wrong. For the Cowboys to even have a shot at the end of that game, right? But they do. And one of the things that has to go wrong at the very end is no sideline defense. Dak is using what, KJ? 2-3 seconds of play? They said 4 seconds of play. I don't even think it was that. Boom, little picking up chunks to the sideline, stepping out. It was like, oh my God, they're going right down the field. Finally, Shanahan figures it out. and Key, it was like, so they run a play. Dak is running up the middle of the field, right? You got to get down if you're the quarterback. The clock is running. There's very little time. And he didn't get down. He got down, but there was very little time left and wound up not getting the ball to the ump who has to touch it in order to clock the ball for Dak to have another play.
I just think that when you look at the exchange from the referee to the center and Dak Prescott, Dak should know, got to find a ref, immediately hand him the football. But, you know, in the heat of the moment sometimes individuals make mistakes. Great play on the draw. There's no question about it. Get as close as you could. Now get up, understand the situation, find the referee. You know the ref is coming towards you. Give the ball to the ref. Now, if you give the ball to the ref, you get yourself 2-3 seconds. Now you can spike the ball, and that wasn't the case. Great call, though, on the draw. I'd take it every single day. Thought it was a brilliant call on the draw play.
A brilliant call. Key, why do I feel like you are a Mike McCarthy apologist? I've never heard you make excuses for anybody in the walk of life, but for some reason with Mike McCarthy, it's like, oh yeah, it was a dumb play. You know why it was a dumb? Because I can't trust anything detail-wise to the Cowboys and their offense. I mean, you're also talking about a team that leads the league in penalties. They had 14 in this game for 89 yards. And now you're telling me with a QB draw, and I get it that there's going to be pressure on the quarterback that's being paid $40 million. But why do I even want to put him in that situation in the first place? Like, when we can have 2 Hail Mary attempts, why am I trying to do a QB draw to get the ball to the 28, 29-yard line for 1 attempt? Like, I don't understand why you even put him in that situation in the first place. Regardless if Kellen Moore called it, Mike McCarthy okayed it, I just have an issue with the way his play calling has been the entire year, and it's something that I try to keep pushing and fight back on. Be like, all right, well, they're still winning games because you keep talking me into it, and it ultimately led to this point where I'm like, don't get up there and then defend your call. Just like, yo, we blundered it. Like, we messed up. Every fan last night was screaming the same exact thing.
I don't mean to push back on you, Jay.
You can push back on me. That's fine. We talking like we boys at the barbershop.
But the draw play was executed to perfection. You don't sit back at the 50-yard line and throw 2 Hail Mary passes. That's not what you do. You run the quarterback draw to get closer to the end zone. All he had to do was hand the football to the referee, and now you get an opportunity to go 4 vertical. You get the shot plays that you need in the middle of the field. There's no Hail Marys that you need to call in that instance, right?
I hear you, but it wasn't executed. It wasn't executed perfectly. That's my point.
It was executed perfectly.
Everything but him handing the ball to the referee.
All he had to do was hand the football to the damn ref. Just hand the ball to the ref.
So then, but even Key, if he ran 17 yards and if he did hand the ball to the ref, the ball still has to be spotted. The time is still off the clock. No, he ran too far.
You're fumbling the ball around. That you're not handing the ball to the ref. If you hand the ball to the referee can spot the ball. At that point that he spots the ball, he lifts his hand off the ball. The center snaps it to the quarterback. The quarterback spikes it. They don't run out of time.
Key, here's the problem. And Jay, if I may, not to
go ahead.
Not to put words in your mouth, Jay, but Jay's point is you can't say it was executed to perfection because you can't trust Mike McCarthy to have his team prepared to execute. Like, the point is, if you are actually practicing these scenarios, then you're practicing details. Look, the Patriots got their break speed off, but you don't find them in situations in late and close games where they haven't practiced details. It's very clear they always have, right? It's one of the great credits to Belichick. And Jay, correct me if I'm wrong, but the point seems to be that you call a quarterback draw because they finally got the sideline defense, and of course you'd rather pick up some extra yards. I get it. The quarterback runs a little too far, doesn't get down. You could say, no, he picked up extra yards, that's fine. But
you talking about?
Because Key, if he doesn't know that the ump has to touch the ball,
got touched,
that's because
when he got touched,
Dak didn't
it was
know.
9 seconds on the clock. It only takes you a few seconds to hand the football to Spike.
But he didn't know to do it.
He didn't even know what to do.
He didn't know what the procedure was.
That's our whole
But
point.
that's not on Mike McCarthy. That is on the quarterback.
Oh.
Quarterbacks in the National Football League are supposed to know to hand the damn football to the ref.
But Key, it just
This is
seems like
situational football.
I
They
hear what
do
you're
this
saying, brother.
every single week.
They obviously didn't do this in practice.
Yes, they did not do
They
this
do
every
it
single week.
Okay,
I
let's listen
promise
to Dak.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.